Let me invite another speaker. Okay, so Dr. Bishnu Joshi. He's the senior scientist from the US, and it's our pleasure to have him here the webinar as he represents the world of science and the world of spirituality. So yeah, now I'm not going to say any more about you because people will learn later. So over to you now, please. We are running out of time, so
Thank you, Hari sir.
Dr.
Distinguished guests, sisters and brothers, thanks a lot for inviting me. Let me share my screen. I have a few slides. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. So I'm Bishnu Joshi. I'm currently working as a senior scientist in a Harvard Innovation Lab company. So I will just share my journey, and basically, since this topic is guidelines for interfaith beliefs and practices. I have had a good fortune of having several gurus and lived in a very diverse environments where I had interacted with folks of different faiths and beliefs, and learned that there is so much in common among different faiths and religion. Actually, there is no reason for us to fight. So anyway, so I was born in in the lap of Himalayas, Khaptar Channa, Bajang, and then I did my master's from India, Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Bangalore, and then I did my PhD, University of Massachusetts in Amherst, which is close to Boston. So I work as a senior scientist organization in Nepal. So I will, as I said, I will be sharing my own journey, how I learned spirituality and how I practice in my daily life. I've had the very good fortune of having several gurus actually. One of them is Sri Sathya Sai Baba. So I actually also studied in Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. So as you can see on the left, Sri Sathya Sai Baba always said, religions are many, God is one. Rivers are many, ocean is one. Paths are many, goal is one. Right? So he always highlighted the unity in diversity. And so I was taught. It's called a modern Gurukula, Sri Satya Institute of Higher Learning. That's where I got my scientific training, as well as we used to study Veda, as well as all other scriptures of the world. So there was unity of religions was taught. And another good fortune I had was I was initiated in Kriya Yoga, which is from the self-realization fellowship Paramahamsa Yogananda. And as you know, he also came to the US and taught from all the scriptures, but the real practices of yoga. So because of these gurus and their teachings, I have my science and spirituality had blended me what I am today. So as you see here, when I was in University of Massachusetts, it's a very diverse community. I had friends these were my PhD friends. They were from all across the world, practicing all the religions. So it was a pleasure to be there and learn firsthand from them how they practice and what are the common things. And as you can see up here, this is my friend from India and this is my friend from Pakistan. I used to jokingly say Nepal can be the bridge between India and Pakistan. Let's practice love, right? So this is what my training and exposure made me what I am today, and that's what I'll be sharing today. So as the guidelines for interfaith beliefs and practices, basing on the Bhagavad Gita, I'll be highlighting certain values, certain human values which are common in Bhagavad Gita as well as all other major religions and religious scriptures of the world. So I will start with Satya, truth. So in Bhagavad Gita, so Sankhya Yoga, chapter 2, verse 16, there is Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sataha. This sloka comes there. Basically, Satya, sometimes we think it's just speaking what you see. It's beyond that. Satya is something that doesn't change, which is eternal, which doesn't change in the three kalas, in three times, right? In the past, present, or future. Anything material cannot be Satya because it changes. So it has to be a consciousness, which is beyond just the material manifestation, right? So that's why a lot of scriptures also define Brahma as Sat, Chit, and Ananda, Satya, which ever existing, ever blissful, and ever knowledgeful, right? So as you can see, this Satya is looking beyond the materialistic forms we have and seeing the commonality of spirit and consciousness, and which is said in Bhagavad Gita. And same thing you can find in all other scriptures of the world. For example, in Holy Bible, in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32, it says, "Know the truth, and truth shall set you free." This is very much saying like a moksha or the concept of nirvana in Buddhism. That's what it is, knowing the truth. And also the Lord Jesus says elsewhere, "I am the way, path, and truth," right? So knowing this truth will set you free of this material binding or your desires, whichever is binding you to the world. So similarly, you can also see in the Holy Quran, uh, in the Surah 17 and Ayat 81, truth has come and falsehood has departed. This is the same concept where the moment we light, the darkness vanishes. Similarly, the moment the truth shines, the moment we look inward to the truth, the untrue starts to vanish. And similar thing we can see in Dhammapada 11th chapter, verse 12, Pada 12, knowing the essential as essential is the true. So knowing basically also in Hindu scriptures it says smara nitya anityatam, which is true and which is not true. Be mindful of that constantly. And similar concept comes in the Dhammapada. So this is my first value that I wanted to highlight across the faith is truth. And the second one is dharma, righteousness. Now, this is a little bit debated topic because sometimes it's misinterpreted as sectarian, like following Hindu, Islam, or Christian. That is interpreted as dharma. Actually, these are just the sects. These are panthas, not dharma. Dharma in its true essence, there is no literal translation in English, but the closest you can say is your innate action, your dutifulness, righteousness, right? So integrity. So in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 35, Swadharma Nidhanam Sreya, it's a very famous sloka, Paradharma Bhayavaha. This is often interpreted as just follow your religion and just shun the other religion, right? But that's a very gross misinterpretation. So when that sloka was said, like maybe about 5,000 years ago, there were no other organized religions in the world, right? So there was only Sanatana Dharma. And so even that was not as a Hinduism as it is today. So the Dharma clearly doesn't mean the sects that we have today. It's more about one's innate nature. If you are a Kshatriya, then fighting is your nature. If you are a priest, then knowledge is just seeking knowledge is your nature, right? Doing your duty rightfully. That's what it is, dharma. And sometimes also there are other slokas which are often misinterpreted. Another is Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Braja, right? So when Lord Krishna says, leave all the dharmas and just take refuge in me. And people sometimes interpret that, leave other religions and convert to my religion. That's another gross interpretation. Similarly, not exactly in Gita, in also in the Vanakanda of Mahabharata, there comes a very famous sloka. Dharma eva hato hanti, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, tasmat dharmo mahantabhyo, manah dharmo hato vadit. There, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. What that means is that dharma will protect if you protect the dharma, right? That is again misinterpreted as you have to fight for your religion and like fight the others, right? So that's another cross interpretation. That's why we should have this broader understanding of dharma, not like a narrow sectarian understanding, which is what this interfaith webinar is all about. And similarly, you can see the righteousness, the concept of dharma also.
So, Bishnuji, Dr. Joshi, I'm very sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, we are really running out of time.
Okay,
We
I will
have
just
2 speakers.
quickly slide through. Yes, as you can see, the concept of righteousness comes in the Holy Bible, also in the book of Matthew, and similarly, you can see the similar concept in Dhammapada and Bible also. Another thing I wanted to highlight was the prema, love, which is seeing the same Lord in everyone, right? That's the real love, prema. And as you can see, knowing God is the true love. That's what comes in Bible as well, and Quran and in the Buddhist scriptures. And another thing was Santi, which is also equally highlighted in all the major religions. And then the final one is Ahimsa. So knowing that all the religions have the same message of these human values, it's very important that we highlight on the commonality rather than divide. That's what I'm so grateful that the summary is religions are many, love is one, the values are one, the humanity is one, love is one, satya is one, dharma is one, peace is one. So that's what we should highlight. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, and I'm really grateful to Professor Harichandra Kamli and Gita4Life for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joshi. You are really a true voice for interfaith and global harmony.